Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany, and I will be your host today from Enrol Lab. Today, we have the lovely artist, Reaa. She will be doing a beautiful figure drawing for us today. Before we get started, just a couple things to mention for you guys to know how the chat works and stuff like that if you're new here. If not, great, you already know what you're doing. So if you have a question for the chat, just please type it in all caps so I can defer it easier from a comment. We also will be doing a little Q&A session at the end. So anything that's not really relevant to what Reaa is doing in the moment, I'll just save it for the end. I think that's pretty much it on my end for introduction. Anything else, I'll be casually dropping links in the chat. So just make sure to pay attention every now and then to what I post. Other than that, Reaa, do you want to take over?
Yes. So at first, I would love to show you some examples of what we'll be doing. Sorry if it's a bit messy, but I would love to show you some examples of the sketches I made. Okay, what is it? So these are some illustrations that I think you guys have already seen. This one. This is a sketch I've never posted. So I made this with pencil colors. And what we'll be doing today is something more like this with alcohol-based markers. And this one here. These are also some of my sketches. I usually make this at class. Like I said, on my interview, I'm drawing all the time, so I have many papers like these.
Beautiful work. Thanks for showing us.
Okay. So should we start?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay. Let me find. I don't know if you guys have already seen the girl that will be drawing today, but yeah, it's this one.
If you guys don't have the reference for some reason, if it's not in the description, I will post it in the chat.
Okay, perfect. So I always start like this.
I also just want to mention that Reaa did a podcast with us. If you guys are unaware, we do podcasts with artists, and she just happened to do one with us. So I'll post a link also in the chat for that if you guys are curious and want to check it out. So Reaa, do you want to explain a little bit your process right now?
Yes. So first of all, this is the shape of the head. Beginners used to draw first like a circle here, Maybe that's easier for you guys. And then these two lines are really important. This is where the eyes will be. Okay. Next thing, eyes. She's like looking like her head is, I don't know how to explain this in English. If you can help me.
Yeah, sorry. What are you trying to explain? The headband?
Yes, well, this will be a head looking
Her
for,
eyeline?
yes. So she's more like looking up. So the line here will be here instead of here. That's really important. So as you can see, the line, it's over here, like this.
Yeah, that's a little bit better view. I was just going to ask you to move it over.
Okay. My style is not really realistic. It's more like a Disney style, kind of. So it doesn't have to be exactly like the picture. But even if it's not realistic, it's important to make the same expression as the people, as the person here.
If you have any questions for Reaa about what she's currently doing, don't be shy. Just write them in the chat and I'll ask her.
Okay, so her eyebrows are really thick. So we'll be doing it like this.
Reaa, do you have any tips for getting the proportions right on the face?
Yeah, well, I think it's really important to at first, well, like I've drawn many faces, but when I started, I used to mark where the eyes should be, where the mouth should be, like this, for example. These two lines are the most important thing to do. So maybe the eyes would be here and end here. This is where the hairline starts. The eyebrows, something like this. And then with this, you can start doing the face as you want.
And I think the ears usually line up with the eyes, right?
Yeah, over here. So when you know how to do this, you don't have to mark everything as I did here. You can just start doing the head shape as I did, those 2 lines, etc. It's getting so messy. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so as you can see here, her iris, I think that's how it's called. We can hardly see it. So even if this is not realistic, we're trying to get the eyes like that, this way. Are there any questions so far?
Besides the one I just asked you, just have you ever tried using colored lead pencils to sketch out?
What?
Sorry, have you ever tried using colored lead, like for your mechanical pencil, like blue or red to sketch out instead of black?
Yeah, I used to use a red one long time ago, but it's hard to erase the red one. I don't know, it's just way easier with the black one. And there's not much difference, so same with blue, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna start with the mouth now.
Do you enjoy digital art more or traditional? What's easier for you?
I actually prefer digital art because it's not easier, but the fact that you can't go back whenever you have a mistake is just way better.
Yeah, I agree. Digital art is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And if you post your art on Instagram or anywhere, it's just more easy.
Yeah.
When I used to do traditional art, I used to well, I always care about the quality of the picture and how it looks. So the lighting and everything makes it more difficult, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you get it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Someone said it would be cool if you showed how your digital art also, just an idea. Who knows, maybe she will do a mini workshop for her digital art in the future.
Maybe.
You never know.
Okay. That's the mouth.
When you do digital art, do you use Procreate or?
Yeah, I use Procreate. Drawing on iPad, it's way easier than on, how is it called? Those tablets, graphic tablets, right?
Like Wacom's and stuff?
Yeah, I've tried those and it's horrible.
Yeah, with those, it's weird because sometimes you're not drawing on the same screen. So you have to look up and on the computer. But yeah, the iPad, I think, is probably the best thing.
I'm not too good with computers, and my experience with those were so bad. Okay, so I'll start with the hair right now. For the hair, it's better if you just do quick lines. They will be more natural, like this.
We would love to see what you have created with us today. Tag us with hashtag #EtcherMiniWorkshop for a chance to win $50 to spend in our store. We do a monthly draw. Tag us on Facebook and Instagram when you post the art. Even if you're not drawing along, if you just want to take a picture of you watching and post it with the hashtag #EtcherMiniWorkshop, that's totally okay too. You'll still be entered. And that way, Reaa will get to see if you've followed along and did some work too.
The hair doesn't have to be exactly like here. You can go like this to make it more expressive, or you can keep it like that. It's okay. But I think it's really cool to play with hair, and like this, for example. What is it? Example that I showed you a while ago. Here. So it's not that realistic, but something like that.
Getting a lot of great questions here. Some of them I'm going to save for the chat later on, but okay. Do you find it more useful to draw from life or from photo references, or do you tend to do both?
I do both, but it's always easier to do to draw with a reference. Always.
Yeah, that way they're not moving. Do you carry a sketchbook everywhere you go?
Well, yeah, I used to do that before. Now I just take random paper. I have some of them here. This is a little sketchbook I had on secondary school. Of course, the drawings are not that good, but still I used to do one page. Yeah, this is from
for secondary school.
This is from 2018. So I used to do one page every day. I have two of them. My teachers used to think that that was a diary or something. For the braids, I just do this shape and it looks like a braid. So if that's useful. Okay. Okay, I'll start with the coloring now.
Awesome.
I'll do the line art at the end. Some artists do this at the beginning, but we'll be doing it different.
Is there a reason that you do it at the end rather than the beginning?
No, I just think that it looks better.
You're getting a lot of compliments in the chat. People seem to really enjoy your work.
Thank
Someone
you, guys.
also, sorry to cut you off. Someone also mentioned that they love the fact that you started posting different body types, and it really meant a lot to them.
Oh, yeah, I think that's really important because I see people drawing always the same body types, like skinny girls, and I don't know.
I agree, yeah. It's good to show a variety.
Okay. So, can they see my face right now?
No, they can't.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I have all my markers here prepared. These are all the colors that we'll be using. This is for the skin and lips. Usually it takes me too long to choose the right colors. Okay. So the lightest will be the base. And then we'll use blush and I usually use this plastic thing to put it right here so I don't mess up the next page.
Smart.
Okay.
Hey everyone, if you're enjoying this live demo, then join Reaa for her upcoming mini workshop. It's an 1.5 hour long class. I just dropped a link for it in the chat. If you're curious, all the information is there.
It's fine if you cover the lips. It's all right. Even the eyebrows, it's all right because the color that we'll be using will be darker than this color, so it's fine. Okay, now, before it gets dry, we're gonna add the blush. And then mix with the same color we used for the base. Same with the nose. It's really important that you do this before it gets dry, because it will look worse if it gets dry. I use a darker color here too. Okay. I'm gonna start with the lips. Okay. Now I'm gonna start adding shadows.
A couple of people are asking what your Instagram handle is.
Oh, I'll write it here. Wait a second. Okay, that's my Instagram.
Awesome, thank you. Those are Copic markers, right?
No, they're actually a hoo-hoo.
Oh, sorry, they look like Copics.
No, they are too expensive for me.
They're similar though, right? Like alcohol-based markers.
Yeah. There are too many brands.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
Do the colors usually dry lighter?
Yes. Okay.
Do you ever use acrylic markers?
Nope, I've never tried those. Okay, I'll wait till this gets dry. So I'm gonna start with the hair, maybe. Yeah.
Typically, how long does it take to dry?
It's really fast, so don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I'll start with the eyes better. Oh, these are graphic pens, by the way.
Awesome. If you're curious about our graphic pens, I will drop a link for them in the chat. And the paper that you're using is the Etcher sketchbook, right?
Yes. Sorry, I forgot.
That's all right.
There it is.
It's the hot press one, right? Yeah.
This is made with the graphic pens as well, with these ones.
Awesome.
Okay. Usually I just use graphic pens for the eyes and some details at the end. Okay. I'll draw eyelashes later. So I'm gonna start with the eyebrows. As you can see, her hair is black and eyebrows as well, but I don't like using black. So I'll be using dark gray and brown. Sorry for the noise outside.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna use the dark gray.
The brand was Oh Hoo Hoo, right? Sorry,
Yes.
someone just asked again.
Okay, I'll start with the hair now.
You're going to be doing another figure drawing in your mini workshop, right?
Yeah.
Do you always draw women or do you sometimes draw men?
I prefer drawing women, but I draw men as well. Not that much, but
Do you find women easier to draw?
yeah. But that's maybe because I've drawn a lot of them.
Yeah, that could be why.
I don't know, it's just I enjoyed more like the outfits and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I love drawing those things, so
I also just dropped a link in the chat for a quick little survey. It takes less than 2 minutes. It's multiple choice. It's just based on our live demos. Anything that you think that we can improve on, or if you just want to tell us how great we did, if you wouldn't mind just filling that out at the end, it takes less than 2 minutes. It looks so beautiful. I love the way you're doing the hair.
Thank you. I usually use I don't know how to say this in English, but not only curves, but lines like this, like here.
Yeah.
There's a curve. This is
a straight line edge.
Yeah. So as you can see here, the hair goes like under hair neck, but you can do it like this, so it looks more, I don't know, pretty.
So Reaa, you have about 20 minutes left.
Okay.
If you need to keep working during our little Q&A session, that's totally cool.
Okay, that's perfect. So I used brown, so I'll be using this color, way darker, like this. And it's fine if you want to mix it a bit. It will look better.
I'll mention it again. Reaa will be doing a mini workshop with us. So if you really like her style and you want to learn more about how she draws like this, I highly suggest checking it out. It's on April 24th. It's an hour and a half long. You will also be sent a recording of the class so you can save it on your device and watch it for a lifetime as well. The class is not free, but it is very, very inexpensive. They used to be $5.50, but I think because we operate in Australian dollar, sometimes it fluctuates depending on what the dollars are at. So it's usually anywhere between like $5 to $8, depending on what the dollar's at.
Mm-hmm. I'm not finished with the hair, but I want you guys to see how I do the eyes, because I think that's a pretty important thing. Like I did for the skin, I use the lighter color for the base. Wait that to dry a bit. With a darker color, I draw here. Okay. And now, a darker color here. That's the shadow of the upper lip. Lid? I don't know how to say that.
Upper eyelid.
Eyelid, okay. And now I use a black graphic pen to draw the pupil. I usually draw them really big. like that. I'll draw the eyelashes now. So I like drawing them like this. Okay, perfect. I'll use these gel pens to make the I don't know how to say it. No, it's like a little lighting here.
Yeah, we just call it a highlight.
Okay.
Where the like light reflects off the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a highlight.
Okay. I used to use a pen corrector to do this. So if you can't buy one of these, you can use that. Okay.
Everyone's saying how the eyes look so good.
Thank you. I'll do the braids now.
So to do the braid, you're just doing little dots?
Yes.
You're getting a lot of compliments in the chat. People really like your work. I think we got a few people already signed up for your mini workshop as well. So we're getting close to the time where I would start the Q&A. We still got a little bit more before that. Excuse me.
Okay.
But we can just get you to work through it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got a question. How did you do that braid so easily? I think we just went over that. She just did little dots, right?
Mm-hmm. With pencil, I just go like this. I don't know if you can see. Okay. It's just like this. If you're going to draw a more detailed braid, just the same, but like together, like this.
It's like little half hearts.
Huh?
Little
That's
half
it.
hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do the freckles. Oh, they're too big. For freckles, you just do little and bigger dots, so it looks more natural. And just random dots, like don't go like this, or it's better to do it this way. You can do freckles here as well. And for the hair, I love to do this, like little hairs coming out. If it looks messy, it will look more natural. This way. It looks more like hair. Like that.
Beautiful. So I'm going to start asking you some questions if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
When did you finally figure out your art style?
Well, I said this at my interview, and it's that my art style, it's changing all the time. And if you go to my art account, you can see that clearly, because it changed a lot to a month to another month. It's crazy.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about Reaa's art style, she talks about it during her podcast with us. I'll drop another link for that in the chat. The podcast is totally free. We do a bunch of them with different artists. Are there things you would do differently if you were to draw a child?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. If you were to draw a child, like a kid, what differences would you do?
Okay. Well, first of all, his or her face will be like way more round. Like she's like more like an I don't know how to say this shape.
She's got angles on her chin and stuff, so she's
Yeah,
more of an oval.
yeah, that's it. And for a child would be more like a circle, like this, with more chubby cheeks and rounded eyes. I don't know.
Bigger features.
Yeah, that's it.
Someone was wondering for the mechanical pencil that you were using. They really liked it. They were just wondering what brand it was.
Oh, it's a regular one. It's a Pilot.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite paper to work on?
I think this kind of paper, like, it's thicker. It's not like watercolor paper, but not like a regular paper. It's just thicker.
That's our watercolor hot press paper.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. When you do digital work, did you try experimenting with different software or did you only use Procreate?
I used to use different softwares like I can't remember the name right now. They were free and they were more difficult to use. So when I discovered Procreate, I just wanted to use that one. It's everything more simple.
I agree. It's a great program.
In my opinion, it's the best app to use.
So when you're drawing lips, how do you draw them without making them look like awkward, if that makes sense?
Yeah, well, I usually just do like not just lines. Like, for example, for her mouth, I didn't did this, like all the lines. No, I just make a shadow like this, then the teeth or whatever, more like this than just the lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the brand of the pens for the fine liners were our Etcher fine liner collection. I'll drop a link for them in the chat so you can check them out.
Mm-hmm. I have the black ones and the colored ones. They're so pretty.
I love the case that they come in too.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're coming up on the end of the workshop. I'll just let you finish the last few things that you have to do in the drawing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there are only some details left, and we're
Yeah,
done.
no worries, no worries. I want to see the finished product.
Okay, I'll post it on my Instagram anyways, so you guys can see it.
If you only have a few things left to do though, we can make time for the rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can go like 10 minutes more if you want. You blew a couple people's minds at how easily you were able to make this. If you guys have any more questions for Reaa, we're only going to be on for another couple more minutes. So don't be shy. People are saying it's really relaxing watching you do this, and I agree. I think that's why I went silent a little bit. We just had quiet moments. I was just in awe. Are you just adding little folds into the headband?
Yes.
So we got one last question. How do you decide to show the line or not, like the chin line or the necklace? Does that make sense?
Can you repeat that again for me?
Yeah, no problem. So I think what this person is wondering is sometimes when you're drawing, people choose to leave out certain lines or they'll put certain lines in. How do you decide that?
I haven't understand the question.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let's see if I can figure out how to word it. So like sometimes when you're drawing a face, you'll avoid drawing certain lines, even though they're there in the reference image.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I think so. Like, this part, for example, that I haven't, or what?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I think what the person's trying to ask is sometimes artists will avoid certain lines in their work, and it just makes it a little bit more expressive. So if you draw it to the T, like every chin line and stuff, then sometimes it doesn't read as a highlight. So like if you have the sun coming down on the person's chin, but you have a big line underneath or on it, it won't look like it's a bright spot. So sometimes they'll just leave the line out completely.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So I think it's almost finished.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Sorry for the noise if you guys can hear that. I think there's a snow truck going by me or a street sweeper. Awesome. So while you're putting in those last few final details, I'll start to wrap up the session here. Again, I will remind everybody that Reaa will be doing a mini workshop with us. So if you have more questions or you want to learn more about how she draws and you really liked her style, then go check out her class page on our website. I just posted a link. The class will be on April 24th. It's an hour and a half long.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be doing another figure similar to this style in traditional. And then I'll also drop a link in the chat for that survey I mentioned previously. Like I said, it takes less than 2 minutes. If you guys wouldn't mind filling it out, it really helps us for future demos and what we can improve on, or if you don't think we need to improve on anything, you just think we did a great job and you want to let us know, that's great too, and we'd appreciate that. So you're just adding the highlights and darks and stuff to the hair?
Yeah. But I think it's finished.
Beautiful. It turned out amazing.
Thank you.
If you created something along with Reaa today, don't be shy, tag us with hashtag @your-mini-workshop. And I'm sure if you also tag Reaa, she would love to see it.
Of course.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. Reaa, I'll put your face back on for a second so you can say bye to everybody. And yeah, it should be there now.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining. I had so much fun and I hope you had fun as well. So
yeah, I loved watching you work. I definitely know I learned some just by watching you. I hope other people did too, and they can see how amazing your full workshop will be, where you're really going into detail with how to do things. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, my name is Brittany, and I was your host today from Etcher Lab. Thanks again, Reaa. You did an amazing job.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye.